What's going on, guys? I just want to bring your attention to a couple things. Now, I don't know how Christians, I understand the world, they lost, they confused, they blind. The Bible says the God of this world will blind their minds. I don't understand how Christians are acting like there's nothing wrong with all of the different things that we're seeing. But maybe, you haven't heard about none of this, so I'm going to show you. Biden orders dishonorable discharge for 46% of troops who refuse vaccination. So there's a couple different headlines there. You can see that he says, hey, if you don't take the vaccination, I don't care if you went to Iraq. I don't care if you've been deployed. I don't care if you served this country. You should be dishonorably discharged, all right? Then also there's a new bill that they're trying to push, which will require COVID vaccination proof or negative test for U.S. air travel. So this ain't going like how it was, like, going to Europe or something. This is within the U.S. So flying from Texas to Cali, Chicago to Florida, etc. Right? Then we have the YouTube to remove, or has already removed, 130,000 videos violating the COVID-19 vaccination policies. All right, censorship. And then the New York Department of Labor website has stated that any healthcare worker who refuses COVID vaccination and either quit or was fired for refusal to comply will not be afforded unemployment benefits. Now, hold up. Y'all was giving away, unemployment benefits to everybody this whole time. And now it's an issue because somebody wants to quit and they say, hey, this goes against my beliefs, you do you, but it's just not for me. And so now, regardless of how long they work, you're saying they shouldn't get the benefits. So clearly they're trying to punish people for not bowing down. Same thing with the basketball players. They say, hey, man, it's my choice. I've looked into it. I don't think it's for me. A couple of the basketball players said they had the virus before. They've built up a natural immunity, which is even true according to the CDC, is over a 96% recovery rate. I'm just not comfortable with putting it in my body. And then you see people, puppets like Stephen A. Smith and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar saying, these guys should be traded. They shouldn't be able to play, and etc. So it's like, hey, your choice doesn't matter. And the whole issue with this goes back to this. If you're vaccinated, then you should be good, right? If it works, you should be covered. Why are you worried about all these people who just don't want to take it, who are not comfortable with it? Why? And it's like, what is the issue? There's legit reasons why someone wouldn't want to take it. If you sit down and you listen, I saw the Yahoo News story they ran on the NBA players that said, stop giving these anti-vaxxers a platform to be wrong. But they didn't address any of the valid points that they made. And I noticed this. Anytime you have this conversation with anybody and you bring up these certain points that I'm always bringing up in these videos, they never have an answer for it. They never have a rebuttal for it. They never can articulate and communicate themselves in an intelligent way. It's all feelings and emotions and no facts. Why is it that the U.S. Open, the college football stadiums are packed, and then our children's classroom, they're still masked up and separated? Doesn't make sense. Now, I understand it's different perspectives for different people, but I'm from Chicago. All right, it might not be like this in Texas, but the classrooms, it's still the same thing in Chicago. Then you got the governor of New York talking about she needs apostles to spread the good news that God gave us this. Then I also talked about, and I'm going to sum everything up in these videos, the cards, the debit cards that they're giving out to Chicago. It says, vaccinated resident, we thank you. You can take all that money and help the hood, help the homeless, but you're giving out money for people who probably don't even need the money. It's crazy. And then the fact checkers, right? I posted a video the other day. I said something about NWO, and boom, they put something on the bottom of the YouTube video. The New World Order is a conspiracy theory, which hypothesizes. So it's just censorship, trying to control the information. It's ridiculous, man. Oregon health officials give residents permission to now kiss on dates, but only if they're both vaccinated. What? Shut up. Like, what? These people, who do these people think they are? Then we had the guy who was caught on tape, right? And why do you never see none of this stuff on the news talking about shooting blow darts at unvaccinated black people? All this stuff is on my Instagram, Marcus Rogers, Child of the King, if you haven't seen it. It just blows my mind. Trying to see if there was any other big thing. Then the political mass theater that I shared. Ridiculous out here, guys, where people just putting on the mask for the camera. It's crazy. Wake up.